Welcome to the Random Ass Podcast. I'm your random asshole, Christopher Steele.
I'm the other random asshole, Steele-Rhoads. Welcome to the show.
Hidden Gems, do you want to start?
Yeah, I do actually. My hidden gem for this week is going to be Frank Zappa.
That's
Just
cool.
everything that dude has done is a hidden gem. Like, he is the most counterculture of counterculture
All right,
personalities.
so mine is going to go along with the fact that Disney Plus starts up this week.
Okay.
It's a hidden gem. It's an 80s movie that will be
Okay.
on Disney Plus.
Was it gotten in the merger?
No, they've had it.
Okay, they've had this one. All right, so it's oh man, that's a tough one because they had some good movies in the '80s as far as
Yeah.
Disney goes.
All right, so it's The Flight of the Navigator.
Excellent movie.
Yeah,
Excellent movie.
I I got a pretty good memory on shit, and I'm like, I like that movie, so I watched it, and I know it's been like 8, 10 years, but again, I have a good memory on shit. And I'm like, oh,
Right.
I love this movie.
Right.
I'm surprised they haven't remade it.
I don't know, dude. That's that is actually, yeah, kind of is surprising. With today's
And
modern effects, really.
right, and there's basically it wouldn't be it'd be a lot easier for them to remake.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just seems like something they would.
Right. If they still have the rights to it.
I'm guessing.
It wasn't written in house, was it? That was off based on something.
Yeah, but I think it was Wonderful World of Disney movie.
Well, yeah,
You,
I
you
can.
know what I'm talking about, right? When they had a whole section at the video store back when we were
Yeah,
kids.
yeah,
They had nothing but Disney movies,
right.
live action Disney movies. I think it was in that.
Probably it would make sense that it would be there, but a lot of their stuff is based on books and shit. And if it's based on anything that was made in the last, what was it? Well, I don't know. Disney's really good about doing their copyrights to where they
Right.
keep everything forever.
Yeah. I
I
I,
want to know who they have in the lobbying in their as the lobbyists to make sure that they can get those copyright laws changed every time they're just about to flip over so somebody else can make a whatever.
right. So
Uh,
that's my pick this week. Just
Great
because
pick,
definitely be with Disney Plus streaming coming.
right? Like the reason I picked Frank Zappa is because I just watched a movie called Eat That Question, and it's a documentary that they made like 2 years ago about his entire career. And I did not realize how much of his career was wrapped up in mainstream bands that he himself had nothing to do with, but he got him a start, like Red Hot Chili Peppers. I had no idea. I was like, wait, what? Like, they
All
showed
right,
up at his fucking door at 7 a.m. to like play for him, and he met 7 at night, and he's just like, well, you're here, fucking play.
so I've been watching the Watchmen.
Right? I haven't seen one episode of everything you told
I,
me, pushing me further away
I've
from wanting to see it.
actually started to realize why it's called the Watchmen.
Why?
The one guy that seems like he's a rich kook. Is
Osmandius?
that Adrian?
Osmandius.
Yes.
Yeah. What? I thought they got him.
Currently, he's kind of uh, on a house arrest type deal.
Oh, yeah, he's money did the talking for him is what happened. That makes sense.
All right.
But no Rorschach, no Night Owl, Silk Spectre, none of that.
Hold up. In the newest episode, this FBI agent showed up.
Okay.
Has a different name, but everything points to her being the Silk Spectre.
The daughter or the mother?
The daughter.
I would assume the daughter.
Huh?
I was gonna say I would assume the daughter.
Right.
We know the agent's not gonna show up because it's definitely post Watchmen movie or comic book, whatever universe it's a part of. So he's out. Manhattan's on Mars.
Yeah, and she calls Dr. Manhattan. It's a voicemail message.
Right.
There's that they send to Mars. Which the episode was hilarious because she starts off. She's like, I'm gonna tell you a joke. Stop me if you heard this one. And then she goes through the joke. Like dad and the daughter are outside. The dad builds this brick grill.
Right. Like a fire pit thing.
And it's like perfect. But he looks over and there's one brick left. So he goes into starts demolishing it. Daughter stops like, wait, I got an idea. And throws the brick up in the air.
Okay.
As high as she can. Then she's like, wait. I can't remember the rest. And then let me tell you this joke. There's 3 superheroes that guy gave them special powers. And she goes through, and the first one, I forget exactly what the first 2 are, but the first one was, did you kill anybody? How many people did you kill? God asked. Well, none. Yeah.
Batman.
Snap. You're sends them to hell. The second one, it goes through and well, how many people did you kill? Well, like 300. But you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. And he just shakes his head, sends him to hell. The third one is a god himself. He's blue and likes to have his dick hanging out. And tells a little bit about him. Of course, it's Dr.
Manhattan. Of course. Well, how does he answer?
He's like, it doesn't matter. You're sending me to hell. Well, how do you know that? Oh, I can see the future or the past. It's already happened. I'm there. I'm already there. So a little bit more of the story unfolds, and then guy gets hit by a brick and killed. Yeah, it's or after the three gods, there's a little girl standing back there. She's like, "I'm the who the hell?
I got him with the brick.
Does that? Who are you?" Well, I'm the little girl that threw the brick, and the brick hits his guy, kills him.
Yep, that's a fucking oldie. Nice way to play Dr. Manhattan in, though.
Huh?
Nice way to play Dr. Manhattan.
Even better, she gets out of that booth and walking to her car. Out of nowhere, something hits her car.
It's the brick.
It's a brick Dr. Manhattan set down.
Make fun of me, will you?
She's like, before that happens, when she finishes up her stories, she's like, "You never had a sense of humor."
He didn't. Never.
But
Well, you know why?
He's all serious and everything.
Well, there's a reason why humor just befuddles it. Like, humor doesn't get to him. He already knows the punchlines.
Right.
The minute you start to tell the joke, he's like, ha ha, ha ha ha. Like, he's already fucking heard the punchline.
But that's why him fucking up her car with a brick is so hilarious.
Yeah, it's classic. It's fucking.
She starts laughing.
Of course.
Like that's a good one. Like I said, everything points to her being the Silk Spectre.
Well,
the second one
makes sense. It would make sense.
So I do know starting to know why it's called the Watchmen.
Yeah, they're slowly building to the Watchmen. Maybe
in a roundabout way.
They're trying. I guess they're trying to catch up with the Watchmen that are still alive.
Which there only be two left: Dr. Manhattan, which we will never see.
Maybe. It's on HBO, dude, or Showtime, or whatever. It's on one of those movie channels. He can walk around with his dick out.
It's on HBO, but
yeah, he can walk around with his dick out.
That's not the problem.
It's
him. It's him. I don't see him leaving Mars.
Why? He did in the new ones. He came back.
Maybe, but I don't see it happening.
It might be what they're basing this whole fucking series on is the run of the new stuff.
And then Rorschach is the only other one that lived? No.
Rorschach and Night Owl, I think, both lived.
Okay. I'm like, I gotta watch the movie again because I gotta know who all lived.
And that's the thing. It depends on what you which Watchmen they're building off of as to what they're
right.
Who lived and who died.
Well, you know the comedian died. You still there?
Okay. Am I back?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
You know the comedian died.
Right. Yeah, he died at the beginning.
Yeah, the death of a comedian.
Right.
So I'm stupid on that.
What makes you say that?
I was looking at the movie character. I was actually looking for the names of people. So I was on IMDb. I was on IMDb looking at to compare the two, the movie and the show.
Right.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's Silk Spectre. And then that the eccentric man finally said he finally said his name. Sincerely, Adrian.
Ozymandias.
And I'm like, that's got to be the fucking bad guy.
Yep. Now, did they make reference to what he did?
No.
Because if once they make reference to what he did, then you'll know where they're building from. If they talk about a giant squid, it's from the comic books. If they talk about some kind of fucking bomb device or whatever, it's from the movie. So that'll help right there.
Yeah, they haven't mentioned what he did.
Giant squid, probably. They're trying to slowly get everybody ready to go. Okay, is it the giant squid or is it the bomb?
So, who would be left if they do the giant squid?
Night Owl, Silk Spectre, and Rorschach make it out and are still on Earth. Everybody else dies. Ozymandias didn't make it with the giant squid. So they must be going with the bomb.
Right.
That would have to be where they're going with it. So I'm pretty sure Ozymandias died. Dude, you know how long it's been since I've even read the Watchmen comics?
Yeah, and still,
I'm getting
even at that,
years.
Even at that, which universe are they going with too? I'm
What do you mean?
sure that because it was independent comic,
right? And then
Yeah.
it became a DC property, but they just merged it in like it was nothing.
Right? Which makes no sense.
Kind of does though.
No, it doesn't. How can Nixon been president for that long?
Oh, just because it's part of the DC universe doesn't mean it's a part of the main continuity of the DC universe. They're their own planet or their own. How the hell do they do it? Dimensions in DC? Fuck, I don't know. Earths? It's a different Earth. It's a different Earth. It's the Watchmen Earth. There was no Superman. There was no Batman. There was, I don't think.
But they've had run-ins with other characters.
Yeah, now since their world was discovered in the DC universe, but I still think there's their own time frame. Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't make no sense to me.
Is it off the new ones or the '80s ones? That's the main question. If it's off the new ones, then
I'm guessing it's based off of the movie. Myself.
Which is probably where they based the newest comics from too, because it's the most relevant, recent part of the lore. Like the thing that people can refer to back the quickest. You know, other than us fucking diehard have read this shit.
And the woman that I said is so Spectre.
Yeah.
She basically she changed her name.
Of course, she's trying to get away from that whole thing.
Her new character name.
Yeah.
Doesn't get her away from. It ties her more into the Watchmen than you would think, because
maybe she is the daughter of the daughter, like the granddaughter of the original Silk Spectre.
No, she had. I'm sure it's the second Silk Spectre. She changed her name to Ori or Aura or whatever, the mother's first name, and Blake. I'm like, wait. I was going through. I'm like, Ed Blake, the comedian.
Right.
So she changed her name to her
To be the
mother's first
comedian.
name and her real father's last name.
Maybe she's going to be a new comedian. The Silk Comedian. Comedian Spectre. The Spectre that laughs.
The last Spectre that laughs. No,
There you go.
She's on the anti-vigilante task force, though.
That would make sense.
She did have a good line where she's talking to what I consider the main character right now.
Who's
this Angela Akbar or something like that.
It's a trap.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. She's talking to the woman, and she's like, "What's the difference between a masked cop and a vigilante?"
A badge.
And Joe's like, "I don't know. Neither do I." So what I didn't get, what I didn't realize until I was looking the movie up, was the comedian is played by
yes, I know who you're gonna. Yeah, you don't know that it's him.
What? How did I miss that?
God damn it, old man Winchester, you're fucking everywhere.
Yeah. You fucking cross dimensions and become
fucking Negan. See, all of his roles could be tied right back into Supernatural, that it's all old man Winchester got sucked through fucking a dimensional portal and then ended up in fucking like a zombie world and then ended up in fucking, into the 1930s as a superhero.
So, speaking of Winchester, Sam and Dean, they didn't have an episode last week on Thanksgiving on Halloween.
I know.
Makes no sense.
It doesn't. It's fucking Supernatural. You think they would have like
they should have put down for Supernatural.
Right.
It's Halloween. We're gonna have a
Supernatural marathon. Fucking what the hell, CW?
The new episode, the main story wasn't that big of a deal.
Right.
The secondary story
was
where you wanted to watch. They show that Becky, was that her name? The chick that loved Chuck. And fell in love with Sam.
I haven't watched in a long ass time, dude.
Anyway, she was like one of the publishers or something like that of the book.
Oh, right.
She found out that Chuck actually could see Sam and Dean, and she thought she fell in love with Sam. Well, they brought her back for this episode. And she has a husband and 2 kids.
Okay.
And they take off for like the weekend, supposedly like the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And Chuck shows up. and they talk a little bit, and then he starts writing, but a new supernatural book. But he does not. But he does. He hasn't really see them anymore. What at the end of last season when he got shot, I think it kind of severed. He got shot with, and the gun actually hurt Sam as well because it is a gun made by God to kill Jack.
Okay. I'm
and it was
I'm
supposed
lost,
to kill
but...
Jack, and whoever shot Jack would get killed too.
Okay.
And instead, they ended up shooting God. Sam ended up shooting God after God went and killed Jack.
Oh.
Like, I can't do it, but he really could. He's a liar. And I did see a video on. I'll get back to you in a minute. But
okay.
At the end of the episode, the husband comes in and started to talk and sees Chuck there, and he snaps him away. And then he snaps the kids away, and he ends up snapping her away. I like this place. I'm staying. And ends up snapping everybody away. And they all turn into dust and shit.
Someone was paying attention to Endgame or Infinity War.
Right. Or you can think of it as Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They turn They turn to dust and like vampires.
True. But didn't the Infinity Gauntlet thing happen first?
Definitely with the story, the main story had a vampire kid in it.
Right.
So, all right. So the video I saw, and then we'll do some pics and the show, said that Chuck is not God.
Yeah, I didn't figure he was. I figured he's more an author of time.
The theory is that there is 3 siblings: Chuck, God, and the darkness.
Okay.
And
makes sense.
So the one that's the Chuck kind of banished God,
right,
to the nothing,
right,
where all angels go when they die, that Cass woke up from.
Yeah.
And then it ended up saving Jack from that. He apparently he's the darkness being there, that he don't remember being God.
Okay.
Then Chuck made him forget who he was. So nobody knows who that Chuck isn't God.
Okay.
So, and I could buy that. I don't know if that's going to be true or not.
It's a good theory.
It's a decent theory.
Right.
And it'd work out real well too.
They
end up saving God and defeating Chuck with God's help.
That would make sense. I think it'd be hilarious if the big twist is if Lucifer was God.
No, he's dead.
No. I mean the actor.
The character's dead.
I know the character's dead, but I mean the actor. If they when they find God, it's the actor that played Lucifer.
And the
explanation is he was made in his image.
One of the other videos I seen said that there are some inconsistencies in Supernatural that people tend to forget about.
Oh yeah,
and I'm like,
it's gonna be.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I remember that one. I remember that one.
You're like me. If you've seen the inconsistency, you're like, nah, I got it. Fuck you. I remember that.
One of the inconsistencies is Chuck is God.
Right.
How does he not know that Gabriel was still alive?
Right.
When they're fighting the darkness.
Question. That's
if he's God, he should know that Gabriel's still alive.
Right. Which actually feeds into the theory that he's not God.
Right. But
go figure,
they never answered. They never talked about my main question.
Being
they're talking about not having power, losing all that power because there's only like 4 angels left.
Okay.
Why then did heaven not lose all their power when Metatron cast all the angels out of heaven?
Yeah. Hey.
Nobody just think about that at all.
They didn't. That doesn't make any sense.
Metatron ended up being the only angel in heaven for a little bit.
Which would have left him near powerless.
It would have left heaven powerless.
Yeah. That's some bullshit.
So I'm like, that does not make any sense.
It doesn't. That is a giant plot hole.
But I was the only people that caught that.
Go figure, right?
I asked other people that watch Supernatural. Do you notice that heaven loses all the power because there's only like 4 or 5 angels left in heaven to power?
Yet the Metatron can kick them all out, be the only one there, and have.
He's dead.
What?
He died.
No. I'm saying, but in the story, at one point he kicked them all out.
But everybody was cast out of heaven. All the angels were cast out of heaven. How the hell did they still have power?
Yeah, how did Lucifer not just step right in?
Only Metatron knew how to get into heaven at that point.
Fair point.
Well, I guess that is still a big plot hole that
don't
make sense at all. It makes about as much sense as.
That's what happens when you get writers in that had nothing to do with the previous season.
Right.
They miss the smaller details that the viewer doesn't, because we've been through all the seasons. We roll over them over and over and over again. Well, when we can.
Which, if he's got TNT, it's all the time.
Exactly.
There's one day that they play it for like, what, 6 hours? They play for 2 hours every day. And then one or 2 days they play for like 6.
Yeah. I think it's like a Saturday. It's Saturday, isn't it?
No, it's like
or just throughout the week.
In the middle of the week.
Damn. Nice. Ready to do some picks?
Yeah, what do we want to do?
I don't know. It's on you. You're the host.
What do we want to do? Start bullshitting while I'm thinking.
Well, we did cartoons last week. I'm thinking like 80s shows that deserve a nice revival. Actually, any show that deserves a revival or reboot.
We've kind of done this.
We really have. Okay, I got it. Video games that should become movies or TV shows.
None, because they don't know how to make a good video game-based movie.
I have to disagree. Keep U-Bowl away from them. U-Bowl is like video game movie like poison, but they've had some good ones. Max Payne was pretty like right on with how the games rolled. Mario Brothers wasn't. That was terrible.
I've said that to somebody and they're like, Mario Brothers are a great movie.
It's a good movie. It's just not Mario Brothers.
Right.
Warcraft was a good movie.
I haven't watched that yet.
It's good. If you've ever played any of the earlier Warcraft games, it'll feel more to home than if you're a World of Warcraft person. And if you haven't seen any of it, then just take it in as a movie, and it's still really good.
Well, I'm like, I know it was actually based on the books, not the game, but I'm like, it sucked.
What?
Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, that was not a game movie. That was a fucking book movie. Like, see, if I was, I'll go first then on the picks of this. Like, I would go with Legend of Zelda as like a TV series.
And he's actually gay.
Sure, why not?
Have you watched Drawn Together?
Yes.
That's where I get that he's actually gay.
That would be hilarious. But like, do it as a series, and then like each season is a different. Okay, you know how every Legend of Zelda is basically the same story, but just a little bit further in time because it's the same 3 spirits reincarnated over and over and over and over again.
Sure.
Do each season as the first time, the next time, the boom, the boom, the boom. That way each one represents a different game, more or less.
All right. We could use a good Mega Man movie.
Yes. There's actually a fan movie on YouTube that they did a really good job. I wish that guy would get some major money to do a full-length feature version. It is full-length, but it's just not got the effects of a feature film. You can tell it was made on the internet. But the story is there. That's what counts.
Right.
Shit. I'm gonna go with. See, now Mortal Kombat was another good. The first Mortal Kombat was a good video game movie. It was that second one that really fucked everything up.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with another. We need another good Mortal Kombat. There's enough lore there. We can just pick a few characters and tell their story, and then pick a few more and tell theirs.
Right.
Can do it in movie or TV.
I want to put it as a series.
I was gonna say you could do it as a series, probably better than a movie. If you don't say it as one of yours, I know what my final's going to be.
I'm going to go with, might be a little bit goofy. It'll be animated.
That's
Jack
fine.
and Dexter.
Oh, dude, that would be great. That lends itself to being a series. Like Adult Swim would really love a Jack and Dexter. They could let the characters go nuts on that. Just Cartoon Network in general, actually.
It's actually a really fun game.
It is. They all are.
I really haven't played much after the first one, but the first one,
dude, they get better.
The first one,
story.
It's just an actually amazing game.
It really is.
I like it that you can't die.
No.
You can't game over, really. You can die, no. You can't game over. All right, your final?
My final, and I'm probably stealing your final here. Final Fantasy. As much as I don't like the games, I've loved some of the stories that have come out of it. And if you did Final Fantasy where each season of a series was a representation of one of the games, much like my Zelda idea, it would be, you could tell a great fucking story with some things that kind of like cross over and some that don't. And
actually, you can do it as movies.
That would be even better.
And you don't even have to do them in order.
No.
You can pick whatever order you want because...
Start with 7 because it's the most fucking publicly known of the Final Fantasy games. And then just jump around. Like then go 9, 8, 7, 8, 9, probably in a row.
I'll go 7, 10, 8.
7, 10, 8. Yeah, that would be a good one.
4.
9 was kind of lackluster in the story department.
I would skip 9 because it's Dragon Ball Z. Anyways, all right, for my final one.
Yeah.
I'm going to say live action. Digimon.
Okay, really? Oh, like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yes. Dude, yes. I want to see that in a series form, though. I would love to see that in a series format.
Personally, I would go to season 3.
Yep. I was just going to say, you want to start at season 3 because it is just got the better character development throughout the entire thing.
Plus I think it's got one of the best stories to it.
Right. Well, by the time they got to season 3 in Digimon, they had found their footing in what they wanted to tell. Like, you could tell the first 2 where they were like, oh, let's just, do something that's kind of like Pokemon. Let's jump on this Pokemon craze. And by the time they got to season 3, they knew they wanted to be different. They wanted to be similar but different.
The thing is, people are like, oh, you're either a Digimon fan or a Pokemon fan.
Not true.
They're the same. No, they're not. They have nothing in common.
They have some things in common.
Basically,
monsters that evolve and you can collect. Those 3 things they have in common, which is no different than Monster Rancher.
Right.
Like the Tamagotchis. Remember Tamagotchis? That's where fucking Digimon started. So technically Digimon were first because those were out in 94. So
yeah,
I'm with you. I know where you're coming from. They were their own thing first. But when the cartoon of Pokemon hit, the cartoon of Digimon, they were like, we have to jump in on this. Like, that's even stated by the creators of the Digimon cartoon, is they had no fucking idea what they were trying to do in those first 2 seasons. But by the time they got to that season 3, they knew what they were going for. So if you start there and tell an entire story from that point.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you. Digimon's perfect.
Actually, I'm like, 3 is the best. Then you go to 1, and then 2. Then like 5. I hated the 4th season.
I would actually steer away from trying to remake the cartoon, and I
Right.
would try and make the story from Digimon World 3.
Right. I would actually just make an original story.
There you go.
Completely.
That's even better. I would, of course, have the callbacks to those original characters, and those original...
You got to use certain characters.
Right.
Personally, I know they're going to basically have to use Agumon.
Right. Paramon.
They probably would basically have him as the main Digimon.
Right. He's the mascot. It's like Pikachu.
Because he's been in like three different seasons. But I'd rather have. Personally, I would like to have at least Impmon that turns into Beelzemon.
Right.
Blast.
Yeah.
I have to say blast mode because Beelzemon regular does not have the wings.
Right.
I like him having the wings and with human the motorcycle.
Bahamon.
It's just called helmet. It doesn't have
Bahamon?
They don't have the mount on it.
Oh, didn't know that. See, you can tell how long it's been. I was a fucking teenager last time I saw anything Digimon. I was actually, speaking of Digimon, I was just thinking to download Digimon World 4 for the GameCube because I have a GameCube emulator on my phone.
All right, so yeah, I would just make an original story and have certain characters.
Right. You ready to wrap this up?
Yeah, we're running 47.
Super long, and Mom just got home, so I want to get this wrapped up before she gets in.
All right, like, share, subscribe.
Comment.
Tell your friends.
Tell your enemies. Tell your
frenemies. Until next time, keep it random and
peace.
Among worlds.